Hi friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tanner, and this is my Esoterica. Today we're going to be doing a timeless love reading for the sign of Aries. So we're going to be looking at your energy, Aries, as well as the person that you are most connected to at this time. If this reading does resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe and comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear if these things are resonating with you guys. And please keep in mind that the energies may come out reversed, but you'll know intuitively if this reading is for you, and you'll know which side resonates with you the most. For the sake of the reading, I'm going to say that, and I'm intending that your energy should come out on this side. I always do. But yeah, sometimes they end up switched around. So if that happens, just take which side resonates with you the most. So we're going to go ahead and get started with you, Aries, by doing an energy check with an animal spirit deck card deck, animal spirit card deck. I can speak, I swear. All right, friends, so we're going to look at your energy, Aries. All right, Spirit, can we please look at our Aries viewer, their current energy right now when it comes to this connection? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, we have the Cobra. So right away, it seems like you're in a state of non-doing. The Cobra is all about waiting for the right moment. This energy also talks about like cultivating an inner stillness, so you can start listening for the inner teacher, the teacher that lives within, your higher self. So I feel like, you are starting to connect with your higher self a little bit more, but right now, more than anything else, you're kind of just waiting and not taking any action towards your person right now. We also have the sea serpent. So the sea serpent is all about living in truth. I believe she is all about expression and healing your expressive self. So you might be getting more comfortable with learning to express your needs or your wants, or healing your creativity, your creative juices. Let's see what else we have. Thanks, Spirit. What else do we have for our Aries viewer? Ooh, the golden egg. So the golden egg is all about living from the heart and learning to live from the heart and be honest and authentic with who you are and what you share with the world. So with this card, I get the sense that maybe you're going through some heart opening experiences, and sometimes that feels like a heart breaking open experience. So if you have had some sort of falling out or you're in no contact with your person right now, I'm sure it's having an effect on you, and it might be, just affecting your heart center. But this card is a reminder to be grounded in your heart and to live from your heart in a way that, you know, in a way that allows you to be authentic and be true, and at the same time not take any shit from anybody else. So yeah, I do want to look really quickly and double check that the sea serpent is what I think it is. Now all of this is just kind of underlying energy. Yeah, healing emotional wounds. That's what it says. So you're very much healing emotional wounds right now. And maybe that's why you're holding back from your person. And expressing desires, it says. So you might be healing your, what do I want to say? You're like healing your expression. Like you're not holding back from people anymore. I mean, you are, because I think you're holding back from your person, but you're starting to learn to speak up for yourself and for what you want in connections and in relationships with other people. You're starting to heal that need to tamper yourself down or, stamp your needs down in the hopes that it will appease the other person or help them, I don't know, like draw them towards you. Like you let them walk all over you and violate your boundaries because you think that will help just keep them around more. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm saying maybe you've done that in the past and now that's a habit you're starting to heal with the sea serpent, and you're starting to express what you want when you want it and being honest about it with the golden egg. Beautiful energy so far, Aries. Thanks, Spirit. Let's do one more check, one more cut, and then we'll see what ends up on the bottom for you, Aries. Thank you, Spirit. Can we look a little bit more at our Aries viewer, the energies they're currently embodying right now? So, the dragonfly. This is all about mental energy. This is also all about mastering illusions. So I get the sense that you're starting to see through your person's illusions. You're holding back from them, and you're starting to heal, you know, your inner child. Like you're starting to stand up for your inner child and enforce boundaries and learning to express what you need when you need it. And you're not letting people walk all over you anymore. And I think you're seeing through, because the dragonfly talks about being a master of illusions. I think you're starting to see through this person's game, your person's game. Let's see what ends up on the bottom for you, Aries. Thank you, Spirit, for our Aries viewer. The energy they're in when it comes to this connection. The Phoenix. This is beautiful energy. You are absolutely healing and burning through all of the gunk and all of the negative talk and shame and, you know, the beliefs that you're not good enough. You're starting to burn through all of those things. And yes, it will burn you to the ground and you'll feel broken and shattered. But like the Phoenix, you are going to be rising from these ashes. So we got a couple spiritual cards for you. We have the Phoenix for you as well as the Sea Serpent. So yeah, you're learning to express your desires. You're learning not to hold back when it comes to what you need to be comfortable in a situation, in a connection, in a relationship. I do feel like you're holding back from your person right now. You're kind of waiting for the right time to reach out, or you're waiting for them to reach back out to you. But in the meantime, you're very much focused on healing yourself and elevating yourself. And like the Phoenix, you know, rising from the ashes again. So that's very, very beautiful, Aries. I'm happy that you're in this energy. Let's see what comes out for you in the shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get a closer look at our Aries viewer, please? The animal spirit card that most encapsulates their energy when it comes to this connection. Thank you, Spirit. Our Aries viewer. Their energy right now when it comes to this connection. I see a very specific card wants to come out for you, Aries. Watch it be the Phoenix. That would be pretty wild. All right, thanks, Spirit. We're going to zhuzh them around a little bit more, and then we'll see what comes out. For our Aries viewer, please, Spirit. For our Aries viewer, the energy they're currently embodying. The frog. Cleansing, clearing, healing. So you're very much focused on your healing and maybe releasing this person if they haven't been able to match up to you and to your expectations. And you have the unicorn on the bottom. You've got a lot of spiritual cards, Aries. So if this is your energy, which I'm thinking it is, you're definitely having an awakening of sorts. I mean, you got 3 spirit cards just on these cuts. So the unicorn talks about questioning divinity, starting to align again with your higher self, like that snake card was talking about. So maybe you're experiencing some awakenings, some third eye awakenings, and you're starting to ask the bigger picture. You're starting to connect the dots of, you know, all the spiritual stuff that has been going on around you. But yeah, you got the frog. So cleansing, clearing, healing. Let's read from the book. So this is water energy. So I get the sense that, you know, you've been very much in your feelings about the situation as of late. You could also have significant water placements. I know you're an Aries sun most likely, but you may have water placements in other places, your rising or your moon. Okay, so the frog energy is clearing, cleansing, and healing. So the frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element, and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished. So it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. So when in balance, the frog has clear energy and enthusiasm for life. And when out of balance, they feel depleted or running on empty. So you could feel really drained by this connection right now and how things have transpired between you so far. I do get the sense again that this is helping you elevate a lot and helping you again rise like the phoenix, learn to express what you want to the people that you're in connections with. You're waiting and pausing for the right time, and you're starting to have, you know, awakenings and starting to again align more with your higher self. So absolutely gorgeous energy, Aries. I have no notes. So that's you so far. So if this is resonating with you, this is likely your reading. If it is, I'd love to hear from you again if anything has resonated with you so far. Whoops. But now I'm going to look at these. Ah, interesting. Woo. Okay, now we are going to look at your person's energy, the person you're connected to, Aries. So thank you, Spirit. Can we please get a closer look at our Aries viewers person, the person they're connected to, when it comes to this connection? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, the crocodile. So this is also energy of waiting. This is energy of cooling down and cooling off. So maybe you guys got into some sort of big fight lately or recently, and they need to cool off, and they know they need to give you time to cool off. This is water energy too, so they're also in their feelings and also kind of in a dark place about what may have happened between you. On this side, we have the stingray, and the stingray talks about, more than anything, building a spine or learning to build a backbone. So I feel like your person is waiting and cooling off, but also trying to get the backbone to come and talk to you. Maybe admit that they had some wrongdoing, some things that contributed to how this connection has played out so far. Let's see what else we got. Thank you, Spirit, for our Aries viewers person. Sorry, it's a mouthful. The person they're connected to. Ooh, the hyena. So this is somebody who is very witty and sarcastic and funny. So you may see your person this way. They also kind of rub me as somebody who doesn't take life super seriously. They try to kind of make a joke out of everything. Also somebody who maybe sees things in a little bit of black and white, because we have that black and white imagery on this card, and we also have black and white imagery on this card. So somebody who it's hard for them to see nuance, I'm thinking. It's got to be one way or the other way. There can't be any, variety, variables at play, which is silly because everything's a spectrum, right? Let's see what else we got. Thanks, Spirit. Let's look more at our Aries viewers person. Ooh, the crow. So the crow is somebody who is drawn to the occult in some way, shape, or form. Somebody who is a little clairvoyant, perhaps, or is drawn to spiritual practices and topics and themes. So your person could be a little woo-woo, or maybe starting to awaken to those themes, to those things. All right, let's see what ends up on the bottom for our Aries viewers person. Thank you, Spirit. The Panther, more black and white stuff, but this talks about purging old things and old ways of doing, old things that aren't serving necessarily anymore. So I get the sense that your person is trying to work on their demons, for lack of a better term. And yeah. All right, thanks, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look deeper at our Aries viewers person. What animal spirit card best encapsulates their energy right now when it comes to this connection? Thank you, Spirit. For our Aries viewers person, the person they are connected to. Again, a very specific card. For our Aries viewers person, please, Spirit. We have the Vulture. So this is also something about purging and releasing and doing the work that nobody wants to do. So I feel like your person is trying to cleanse and heal and release and cool off because they know they need to. All right, thanks, Spirit. Again, the person our Aries viewer is connected to. What animal spirit card best encapsulates their energies right now, Spirit? Thank you. So the panther again, and we have the vulture here. So definitely themes of purging and releasing. And we also have the tarantula. So this person is at a crossroads right now. Maybe trying to figure out if they should come back towards you or not. I feel like this is also like big life events, or like learning to heed the call of your spirit in insofar as like stepping into your divine purpose. But yeah, your person is also going through a lot of cleansing and releasing and healing things. But right now, yeah, they're in they have a choice to make. They're stuck between two options here. The tarantula is also fire energy, so fire placements could be significant. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Your person may have those placements. Let's find the tarantula. Pretty sure fire is first. Here we go. Haha. At a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. See, I'm good at this. I know this stuff. Just playing. I mean, I am, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, the tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking your person from their dream. Yet a voice inside keeps begging them to refocus their attention. In order to find true happiness, they must choose dharma, or their life's purpose. Until they do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. So I feel like in some aspects, like, yes, maybe this has to do with work and their just like day-to-day life or their career, what they want to do for their career. But I feel like they're also I feel like in a way, like being with you is also kind of like their life's purpose. If you guys resonate with being like twin flames or like high level soulmates or something, that draw is really powerful. But it can also be very repellent. It can push you guys away from each other. Again, if the twin flame thing resonates with you. But I feel like, your person is trying to figure out if they want to come back towards you or walk away. And I'm not trying to say that, oh, you're their whole life's purpose, but it can feel like a fated connection for sure when the energies hit. And I feel like people know if you should be part of their life for a long time or a short time or not at all. So I feel like your person is trying to make this decision. They're trying to figure out whether they should come back towards you or just keep it pushing. But they want to purge, or they're in the process of purging all of these. Maybe what happened between you guys, but they're cooling off that crocodile energy, right? They're trying to collect their energy and trying to figure out when the right time would be to come back towards you. And you kind of had that same thing. You had another card that talked about waiting, the cobra. So you guys are both mirroring each other in that aspect. You guys are both kind of holding back from each other right now. But I see you are mostly focused on your healing and elevating and, again, being like that phoenix and rising from the ashes. And your person is trying to figure out what to do. They're trying to figure out which way to go. All right, friends. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our oracle cards. So we're going to get some for you, Aries, and some for your person. So thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look at our Aries viewer, a closer look at their energies when it comes to this connection. We have withdrawn. So yeah, very much like that cobra energy, right? You're taking a step back from your person. You're trying not to initiate contact. You're trying to focus on yourself and your healing. And you're conflicted. You go back and forth a little bit. You're a little hot and cold. You're like, well, maybe if I reach out, maybe if I try to do this or that, maybe we can smooth it out. Maybe we can make things work. But I have to tell you that unless your person can meet you in a healed energy, I mean, you are very much focused on your healing and your growth and your elevation and your spiritual ascension and all of that stuff. If your person is going to come back and just drag you back down again, then keep focusing on yourself, babe. Once you reach a certain point, if you guys are twin flames or deeply connected in a spiritual way, your healing will affect their growth. So the more you can heal and elevate, the more they'll heal and elevate. So just keep that in mind. Thanks, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look a little bit more at our Aries viewer, the energies they're currently in. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, we have obsession. So I feel like as much as you still, know you need to take your space from this person, I feel like you're still having obsessive thoughts about them. You're still thinking about them a lot. It says infatuation, adoration, and addicted. So you might feel like you're a little bit addicted to this person. But you definitely, still feel this pull towards them, even if you guys aren't really on speaking terms at the moment. We'll do one more cut and we'll see what ends up on the bottom for you. Thanks, Spirit. Ooh, we have open heart. So receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. So I feel like you've been very open with your person about how you feel. You've been very open with them about, or you've allowed them to be open with you about how they've been feeling. I feel like you've done a lot of the nurturing in this connection. It's a very, divine feminine coded thing to do. But that also leaves you vulnerable. And if, again, your person can't meet that vulnerability with care, then it's better for you to have your boundaries up and tell this person, or, show this person, I should say, don't tell them, that they need to meet you at a certain level. Otherwise, you're going to focus on yourself. And that's exactly how it should be. Don't let people play you. I should take my own advice, but I'm going to give it to you and hope that you guys take it. All right, thanks, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look a little bit deeper into our Aries viewers' energy. Thank you, Spirit. Chasing. So I feel like you're very much in the process of healing your chaser wounds. This may very well be a twin flame reading. I tend to channel those a lot because I am also a twin flame, so I understand what you're going through if that does resonate with you. But yeah, you're trying to heal your tendency to overextend yourself and overdo and try to prove that you're lovable. And sometimes that comes across as doing too much for the person that you're trying to connect with. And it has nothing to do with you necessarily. It's just them. And they have to heal that. So you might be dealing with an avoidant person just in general. And it can be hard to give them space while also trying to respect your own boundaries. And the truth of it is you can either practice non-attachment and continue your own healing journey, which is what I suggest that you do. Or I'm not saying you have to do either or. You can do both. Respect your own boundaries. And if this person can't respect the boundaries that you enforce, then, show them the door. And keep showing it to them until they can meet you where you need them to meet you at. It's as simple as that. But yeah, I get the sense that you are healing your chaser wounds, trying to express your desires and what you want from this connection with this person in a healthy way. Again, you're having those awakenings with the unicorn, and you are rising from the ashes like the phoenix. So again, lots of spiritual awakening stuff going on for you, Aries. But yeah, healing chaser wounds. Thanks, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look deeper into our Aries viewer, please. Our Aries viewer in this connection, please, Spirit. Our Aries viewer in this connection. Thank you, Spirit. Got one. 2. I like to get 5. Thanks, Spirit. A few more for our Aries friend, please. We'll zhuzh them up and try to get a few more to come out. Thanks, Spirit. A few more cards, please, for our Aries besties. All right. A few more cards, please, Spirit, for our Aries viewer. When it comes to this connection, please, Spirit. Ooh, that's good energy. Ooh, one more, please, Spirit. Aha. So let's see. On the bottom here, sorry, my cards are getting everywhere. We have clarity. So I feel like you're starting to see the truth of the situation. You're starting to see things as they really are and not like how you hope they'd be. A trap that we all fall into from time to time. But I feel like you're also still thinking about your person a lot because you got the thinking card. It says missing, craving, and desiring. And you got that obsession card too. So I definitely feel like you are still missing this person, even if you are focusing on your healing. And it's okay to miss them, Aries. You don't have to be, cold-blooded with it. You can miss this person, you can still have feelings for this person, and still respect yourself enough to set strong boundaries with them. If they can't meet you where you need them to meet you, then they might as well just stay where they are. That's how I like to look at things, and that's how I like to tell my besties to look at things, because people will walk all over you and your boundaries and your expectations if you let them. And sometimes the only way they can learn is through, I'm trying to think of the word, like by example is what I'm trying to say, but I wanted to be a little more sharp with it. But whatever, you lead by example. If they can't meet you where you want them to, where you need them to, then they can't have access to you until they can. Period. Well, let's look at your oracle cards. So yeah, we have hoping. So you are still missing this person. You're hoping for a reconnection. You're hoping that you guys can, get past this thing that drove you apart if you guys are in separation. Because this relationship has depth. There's more than just what's on the surface here. You could feel a very strong soul connection with this person. And the twin flame card didn't come out necessarily, not yet. It might still come out for your person. But in any case, I feel like this is definitely a strong soul connection. You definitely feel a strong, deep bond with this person. And you're starting to gain new perspectives. Better off, happiness, and clear headspace. Cleansing, clearing, healing. That is your energy. So you're starting to gain new perspectives on the situation. So you have influences here. So it says attachments, third parties, and peers. So maybe there were some outside influences on this connection, or you felt that there were on your side. You could have also had a lot of stuff going on that kind of took your attention away from this connection as well. Or maybe you feel like your person had some third-party influences going on, or you know that they had some third-party influences going on. And that's why you are taking a step back and trying to cleanse and heal and release things. So let me know in the comments if you guys are focusing on outside things, if you're having a fun time, or you're trying to hang out with friends, or, distract yourself with, trying to have a good time. I'm not judging. Or if you think this is your person who had third-party attachments and that's why you're taking a step back from them. It could go either way. Since this is coming up on your side, I want to say that you have the outside influences going on. So that could be work, that could be friends, that could be other connections, it could be anything. Again, either you have them or you feel like your friend has them, your connection has them. But we also have intuition. That unicorn energy is coming out again. So you're definitely having awakenings. You're definitely starting to lean into your third eye, lean into spirit more. And it's sharpening your intuition. It says heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. So maybe you feel like you have a sort of telepathic connection with this tarantula person. Again, if this is a twin flame connection, if that resonates with you, that happens, and it'll make you feel crazy, but it makes me feel crazy, but it's happening. So keep trusting those things when they happen. Keep leaning into your intuition, because the more you can lean into it and learn to trust it and take action when the feeling hits. I'm not saying intuition hits here, but third eye. The more you'll elevate in your spiritual powers, more or less. But yeah, keep leaning into your intuition, keep trusting spirit, keep trusting the timing of things. I know that's frustrating to hear too, but you are gaining new perspectives. I know you're still, hoping for a reconnection with this person. I know you still miss this person, you're still craving them, and that's totally natural. But the important thing is you're not letting that be the dominant energy in your field right now, Aries. Your healing is first and foremost in your mind. We got all those cards of healing earlier in your animal spirit check. So honestly, keep keep healing, because you are again seeing these things from a different perspective, in a way that you might not have been able to see things before from an unhealed state. It's easy to not see red flags when you're wearing rose colored glasses, right? So I think you're finally in the space where you're starting to take those glasses off and starting to see things again for how they really are. And you still feel a deep bond with this connection. You know that it's important to you, but again, you're not letting it drag you down. You're focusing on clearing out your blockages and maybe having a good time, and doing things to raise your own vibration, which is exactly what you should be doing. So yeah, keep focusing on your healing, Aries. Again, the more you heal and the more you can elevate and be able to enforce those strong boundaries, again, the more this person is going to be magnetized back to you. Don't ask me why, it's just how the universe works. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and look deeper into your person's energy, into this tarantula energy. So thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look deeper into this tarantula person, please. We have running. So you got chasing and they got running. Could it get any more twin flame than that, my friends? So they're dealing with runner wounds, just like you're dealing with your chaser wounds. They also got thinking. So this is a little bit of mirroring here. But they're thinking about you too. They haven't stopped thinking about you. They're still missing you. They're still craving you. So don't get it twisted, Aries. They're still thinking about you. Thanks, Spirit. Let's keep looking at our tarantula person here. Ooh, ecstasy. So we have chasing thrills, excitement, and good times. So it seems like your person's a little wrapped up in having a good time too. Maybe they're not thinking too deeply about consequences right now. They're just kind of trying to distract themselves. Runners run by distracting themselves through chasing ecstasy, chasing outside things. And they get less and less of a return on those things that used to bring them joy or bring them happiness, or let them, live in their distractions and not do any kind of deeper thinking. So maybe that's what your person is doing. They're trying to run by chasing cheap thrills, is what I'm thinking. I'm looking at that influences card again for your side, and maybe your friends, this is just coming to me now, but maybe your friends had an influence on this connection for you. Maybe they were trying to be like, hey, tarantula is not doing right by you, and we don't want to see this happening. You deserve better. all the things that good friends do. But they could have, you know, had more of an impact on this connection than maybe they needed to. But we're going to get back to this tarantula person. Thanks, Spirit. Let's keep looking at this tarantula person. We have conflict here. So it says clashing differences and incompatibility. So they could feel like there's an inherent sort of incompatibility between you that would derail the relationship in some way, shape, or form. Very runner coded, very divine masculine coded. Or there was a conflict that caused you guys to separate for a little bit, which is what I was getting at the beginning of this reading. But yeah, you guys had some sort of clashing moment. You guys had some sort of, and yeah, that's caused you both to, again, take a step back from each other. And they're cooling off and you're healing. You're also cooling off. So let's see what else comes up. Thanks, Spirit, for this tarantula person, for our Aries collective. They have open heart too. So I feel like, you know, you like unearthed a side of them that they don't show to very many people. They were open and vulnerable with you in ways that probably they haven't been open and vulnerable with other connections in their life, at least not in the same way. This is also, when it came out for you, you know, that golden egg energy that came out in the beginning for your cuts on the animal spirit deck. But yeah, I feel like they mirrored that energy with you. So maybe you guys went through, maybe this is your first separation. Maybe you guys just kind of went through your kind of bubble love phase. Again, if this is a twin flame connection, I know I'm being very particular and not everybody will resonate with that. But for those of you who do, they're mirroring you. You guys maybe have gotten out of that bubble love phase. I think that's what I was saying. And you guys are both dealing with the fallout. My throat's closing up a little bit, so maybe you guys had some sort of communication issues, and that's what caused this whole to-do. But all right, I'm gonna do one more cut, and then we'll see what ends up on the bottom. Thanks, Spirit, for our tarantula person. Ooh, mistakes. So this person feels like mistakes were made, that they made mistakes here. Maybe there was some sort of misunderstanding between you. It says victim and lost soul. So I don't know if they feel like the victim in this situation or in this scenario. Maybe you called them out on their behavior and they didn't like that very much. But they're feeling a little misunderstood. And yeah, they feel like some mistakes were made for sure. But okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's see what ends up on the bottom of the deck for our Aries collective. For our Aries. Distance. So it says separation, space, and blockage. So maybe they blocked you recently. Maybe you guys are at a distance from one another, like you live far. But I'm definitely seeing a separation occurred here between you guys. So yeah, certainly not talking, certainly taking the time to take your own space and heal and cleanse and cool off for this person. But thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look deeper into this tarantula person's energy. Thank you, Spirit. When it comes to this connection, this tarantula person, for our Aries viewers, their person's energy. Again, very specific cards want to come out. Ooh, we have heart fog. Oops. Silence. I had a feeling that one was going to come out. Thanks, Spirit. A few more, please, for our Aries viewers person. Gotta zhuzh them around. You guys know how it goes. Oops. Mistakes came out again. I'm not going to take it unless it comes out when I'm doing my thing, but mistakes definitely played a part in this connection here. For our Aries viewers person, please, Spirit, the person they are most connected to right now, their energy when it comes to this connection. We have shallow, so there's certainly, ooh. All right, we got 3 in that one, but I'll take them all. Okay. So on the bottom, we have karma. We have consequences, like the effects of an action. So your person definitely did something to cause, I think, the separation. They felt like they made a mistake of some kind, and this is the fallout. They know that they're dealing with the fallout of whatever happened between you two. So we have heart fog. It's funny because they had open heart before, so they were mirroring your vulnerability, especially in the beginning. But now they're confused. Now they're sending mixed signals. They don't even know what they want. Again, that tarantula, that needing to make a choice. So it says mixed signals, blocked emotions, and messed up. So another thing to go with the mistakes. But yeah, they're certainly having a tough time. They're in and out. They're in and out. They can't make a decision. They're trying really hard to. But yeah, they know they made mistakes. They know that they've sent mixed signals, which I think is the most important thing here. They're aware of what they're doing. They're not dumb. They're not dumb. They know exactly what they're doing. But yeah, right now they're giving you the silent treatment. They're not talking to you. They kind of left you feeling out in the cold, a little abandoned. This is very much 5 of Pentacles energy. So yeah, they're kind of stonewalling you right now. Maybe you've tried to reach out. Again, maybe they blocked you. We had that separation thing card on the bottom just a second ago. So they could have blocked you or something like that. But they're definitely not speaking to you right now. But that doesn't mean they're happy. On the contrary, they're feeling very empty without you. That's what the shallow card means. It says hollow, empty, and boredom. So you definitely were a light for this person. You definitely, you were a light. Maybe you gave them attention or the kind of love that they aren't really used to. And that can scare divine masculines. That can scare runners. I'm not gendering anybody. This is all energy I'm talking about. But yeah, I feel like you woke something up in them, Aries, and they just couldn't handle what you showed them. They couldn't handle your light because it's shown too much light onto their shadows. So next we have bluff. So they're masking right now. So if it seems like they are happy without you, if it seems like they're doing the most, if they're posting on social media, they're out partying, they're out drinking, they're out chasing those thrills, that ecstasy card that popped up, this is all a mask. It says pretending, mask, and exaggeration. So it's like they're trying to overcompensate the hollowness and emptiness that they feel by going out and chasing all those thrills, trying to find ecstasy out there somewhere. But it's all pretending. It's a mask. They miss you. You know how I know they miss you? Because they have longing here. It says craving, aching, and waiting. Again, or wanting. Sorry, it says wanting. But they still long for you. They still think about you, even if they're pretending that they're not. So don't let them play with you. I just saw 44 on the timer. So they miss you, babes. Don't get it twisted. Don't let them get you twisted. And they also have chemistry here. So they feel this spark with you. They feel this draw towards you, just like you feel it with them. It says attraction, spark, and passion. I just saw 4422. So yeah, don't let this person's games fool you, Aries. If you've done some stalking, and we're all guilty of it from time to time, and you see that they're out there having a good time, they're partying it up with their friends, maybe they have other connections that they've been involving themselves with. It's all a mask. It's all pretend, because they still long for you and they feel empty without you, even if they're stonewalling you right now. It's like they're trying to again, it's the mixed signals. It's blocked emotions. Again, you shined a light on their shadows, and that's hard for them to deal with. So instead of facing you and trying to meet you, they run, because that's safer for them in those moments than trying to face their shadows. So I know it's tough, Aries. I know it's tough. But your person's trying to figure it out. You just keep doing what you're doing and focus on your healing and your cleansing and raising your vibrations and having a good time. And again, the more you can do that and raise yourself up, the more, it's like that red string theory, the more you're going to pull up this person, and eventually they'll be able to meet you. But okay, we're going to go ahead and dive into tarot. We're going to be doing this for you first. So thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look at our Aries viewer, the energy they are in when it comes to this connection. Ooh, the Emperor. So this is divine masculine energy, and I'm not saying that you're a masculine, though you might be. But this is about having strong boundaries too. This is about standing up for yourself. This is about, you know, taking your power back. So I feel like that's what you're doing. You're in the midst of taking your power back. And you're thinking about ways to move forward with the Three of Wands here. This is all about forward expansion and movement and growth and like waiting for your ship to come in. So yeah, I get the sense that you're stepping back into your power. You're starting to enforce strong boundaries, and you're starting to balance your masculine energy with your feminine energy. And yeah, thinking about moving forward, focusing on your own path forward. Also beautiful energy. Thanks, Spirit. Let's keep looking at our Aries viewer, please. The energy they are currently embodying when it comes to this connection. We have the Page of Cups. So this is somebody who is waking up to their intuition, just like you are. This is somebody who is emotionally driven. They're maybe a little dreamy, like they get lost in their emotions a little too much sometimes. But this is somebody who's highly creative, somebody who follows their heart, right? Somebody who's starting to do the work. This is somebody who, you know, maybe you also want to send like a message to your person. Pages are also messengers in the tarot. I'm going to say resist that urge right now until you've given your person some time to heal. But I think you're just trying to look toward the future. I mean, you are with that Three of Wands, but like, what can you do to follow your heart more and be more honest with yourself about what you want? Again, your expectations when it comes to relationships. But yeah, you're focusing on opening your heart. We had that energy for you too, right? And starting to do the emotional work. That's what I want to say. You're starting to do the emotional work with this Page of Cups. And again, this is like student energy. This is somebody who is gathering information before taking action. So maybe you do have some sort of creative project that you're working on, that you're trying to gather your info, like you get your bases covered, you know. But yeah, all in all, learning to trust your intuition, learning to live from your heart space in an authentic way, in a way that won't have people walking all over you. You also have the King of Wands that just came out. So stepping into your power, being passionate and charismatic, and, you know, using that energy to uplift the people around you. This is also divine masculine energy, like the Emperor that came out. So yeah, learning to step into your power, learning to trust your intuition, learning to lead with your heart, learning to be wiser, I want to say, with your heart as well, and not letting, again, people walk all over you anymore. Again, you're learning to express your desires and what you need in a connection in life from other people who want to be part of your life. do one more cut and then we'll look on the bottom. Thanks, Spirit, for our Aries viewer. The devil. So this is all about toxic. Ooh, they're naked. So the devil, they're all about toxic connections, toxic cycles, toxic, you know, destructive thought patterns and thought cycles. So I feel like you're starting to really address your toxic cycles. And I'm not calling you toxic, but we all have, you know, those things, those thought patterns that hold us down. So I feel like you're starting to address those things and not letting it be your downfall anymore. Good work. Let's see what ends up on the bottom for you, Aries. Thank you, Spirit. For our Aries viewer, please. 8 of Cups. So yeah, you're walking away from this for the time being. And I don't think you're necessarily happy about it. This guy, he leaves, he's got all these cups and they're almost perfect, but it's missing that last one. And this guy on the card knows that he can't force it to be right if it's not. So it sucks for him, but he knows it's better for him to walk away. So I get the sense that that is the energy you are also in. It's not something you want to do, but it's something you know that you have to do to maintain your own dignity and your own sense of self. And yeah, that's what you should do. I know it's hard though. I know it's hard. But all right, let's go ahead and look deeper into your energy, Aries. Thank you, Spirit, for our Aries viewer. For our Aries viewer, their energies right now. Some clarity on these energies that have come up so far for them in this reading. We got one more that needs to come out. Thanks, Spirit. One more card, please, for our Aries viewer. One more card, please, for our Aries viewer. Okay, we got 2 cards, so I'll take them both. On the bottom here, we have Temperance. So you're definitely starting to find your balance again. You're starting to transmute all that pain into power. And this guy on this angel, he has a sun right here on his third eye. So more stuff about intuition, more stuff about awakening, spiritual awakening. So I feel like that energy is very much at play for you right now, Aries. When it comes to your tarot, the first card that came out was the 6 of Wands. So this is somebody who is celebrating their successes and somebody who wants to be seen for what they offer. So I feel like you're very much in this energy of trying to figure out what you can do to be seen, if that makes sense. Maybe you are thinking about making a project or something, and you're trying to figure out how to make that happen. That 3 of Wands that came out too. But this person on the card here, he's the winner from the 5 of Swords, or 5 of Wands, I should say. So I feel like you're coming out of the other side of this conflict feeling, I don't want to say on top of the world, but like you're owning it a little bit. Like, you know that it sucks, but you know it also needs to be done. And I feel like also this has to do with these third party energies that perhaps you're dealing with. So I feel like you just very much want to be seen and celebrated for who you are, for what you bring to the table, by people who see you for who you are and know what you bring to the table. So yeah, I feel like you're getting out, you're being seen, you're having a fun time, you're celebrating your wins, where you can find them. The next card we have is the Knight of Cups. So very interesting. You have the Page of Cups on your cut, and now you have the Knight of Cups. So I do get the sense, again, that you kind of want to reach out to your person. You got a Page and a Knight, and both were of Cups. They're both messengers. So the fact that they both showed up sort of gives me that inclination that you do kind of want to move towards your person still. But the Knight of Cups is also somebody, again, who's very intuitive, very creative, very in touch with his heart and his emotions. And he leads with his heart, and he's not ashamed to do that. So, again, a lot of stuff about creativity. I do get the sense that you are working on a creative project, or, you know, trying to find something to keep yourself busy so you're not focusing so much on this person all the time. And that's great energy to be in. You should continue to do that, because at the end of the day, you just want to move forward. That's what the Chariot's all about, moving forward with willpower and strength. I mean, that's kind of it in a nutshell. I'm trying to see if there's anything else on here that I want to talk about. It's like you're trying to bring together these two opposing forces, right? It's like you and what you know you need to do for yourself, and also like the energies that have been brought up as a result of this connection. I feel like you're starting to find balance with temperance again, with these two opposing kind of forces, right? And that's fueling you forward. And I do see, because this card popped out with the Chariot, I do see a new opportunity coming your way, Aries. It could be another relationship. It could be an offer from this person, somebody who wants to plant something stable for you. But I think this is you still. This is you wanting to plant the seed of your own project. I mean, honestly, that is what I'm getting here. Some sort of new opportunity for you has presented itself or is going to present itself. I do think that it's something that's going to help you be seen and be celebrated. I think that is something that you're kind of looking for right now. Don't let it be as a result of, you know, don't let it be like a band-aid. Don't be looking for outside attention just in the hopes that it will help you get over this person. Because again, that's just a band-aid. That's just a temporary fix. But I get the scene that you want to be seen, you want to be celebrated. Again, we have that this influences card, which makes me think that you're being seen by influences. Again, maybe friends, maybe other people. The wands are very much about attraction, like romantic attraction, sexual attraction, physical attraction. And so maybe you're trying to get attention elsewhere from this person. And I'm not judging you. I'm just saying it like I calling it like I see it. But yeah, you want to be seen, you want to be celebrated. I think again, very much lot of energy about following your heart, trusting your intuition. Maybe you again are trying to fight the urge to reach out to this person. But more than anything, you're focusing on this new opportunity to move forward and plant a stable seed for yourself, something that will grow and flourish and again help you be seen by others. I'm going to look at my tarot notes just to see if there's anything that I'm missing here. So 6 of Wands. That's too far. Victory, recognition, success, public acclaim, confidence, leadership, validation, triumph, and overcoming obstacles. I mean, I feel like I said most of those things. So yeah, you're very much overcoming these obstacles that have presented themselves to you as a result of this connection. And yeah, you want to be seen and celebrated and validated for the beautiful, wonderful light that you are. And you should. I'm gonna look at the Knight of Cups too. I just want to make sure I'm giving you all the things that you need. So here's the Page of Cups. It said, new love, emotional receptivity, that open heart energy that you were all about. Creative inspiration. What did I say? You're creative. You're a creative. You're also a creative inspiration. Dreamy and romantic energy, new emotional experiences, intuitive messages. So I know you've been getting them. And innocence and playfulness. The Knight of Cups, romance, love, thawing the heart, creativity and artistic expression again. Charm and diplomacy, emotional well-being, and listening to one's intuition. So yeah, a lot of stuff about intuition, a lot of stuff about creativity, a lot of stuff about moving forward and new opportunities. So that's your energy, Aries. I get the sense that you are focusing on some sort of project for yourself, some sort of creative thing. Your intuition is opening up. You are clearing blockages, and that's allowing you to elevate spiritually. So maybe you want to do some sort of spiritual thing. Maybe you want to step into being a light worker of some sort, a tarot reader or an energy worker, Reiki, an astrologist, anything. But maybe that's what you're trying to do. Maybe you want to get into something spiritual. And I'm all for it. Lord knows I got involved in doing this because of my own situation with somebody who also, that I have back and forth with. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. But all right, keep focusing on moving forward, Aries. Keep following your heart, keep trusting your intuition. And that's just going to get sharper and sharper the more that you learn to trust it and lean into it and make choices based on what you feel and what you think and what you hear, what you download. Trust your heart, trust your intuition. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and look at your person, Aries, the person you're connected to. So thank you, Spirit. Let's look at our Aries viewers person, the person they are connected to right now when it comes to this connection. We have the moon, so confusion. We have illusions, mysteries, fear, anxiety. This also talks about intuition, so they may be having some awakenings of their own. But I feel, yeah, I get the sense that they're really confused right now. They're not seeing things very clearly from their side of things. Maybe they're not seeing you very clearly. Maybe that's what this is talking about. We also have the Four of Pentacles here. So this is somebody who's clinging really tightly to security, to material security. This guy has money on his mind, on his heart, and underneath his feet. And he's so focused on it that he kind of isolates himself from the city behind him. So your person could be in that mindset, you know, very much focused on their material world, again, as a distraction from the real issues that are going on here. I feel like this is also talking about you, Aries, and how they're still clinging to you. Remember that we have that longing card still. So they're still clinging to you in this connection. Again, even if they're wearing masks, even if you can't tell or you wouldn't think it, they're feeling empty without you. So don't let them play in your face. Let's see what else comes out. Thanks, Spirit. For our Aries viewers person, please. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. So this is you, Aries. This is how they see you. They see you as somebody who is warm and kind and nurturing, somebody who would make a great mother, somebody who is also focused on her bag and on her inner security. This could also speak to, again, how they're trying to find security within themselves as well. But whenever, you know, a court card of the opposite gender expression comes out, that usually means that, and again, I'm not trying to gender anybody, but I know mostly feminines watch tarot. So masculines, feel free to call me out in the comments. But usually it means that you're on their mind, Aries. Or cross watchers. Hey, whoever's watching here. All right, one more cut, please. Ooh, the Hierophant. So this is somebody who, this is a strong spiritual connection. That's what I want to say. This is also somebody, this is the card of marriage. So I feel like your person did see you as somebody that they would want to marry, somebody who would make a great mother, somebody who is kind and nurturing and stable. But yeah, a strong spiritual pull, a strong spiritual connection, and commitment again. Let's see what ends up on the bottom. Thanks, Spirit. Let's see what ends up on the bottom of the deck for our Aries viewers person, please. Thank you. Seven of Swords. So this is tricky, deceitful, lying type behavior. So this could be what you were dealing with them. Maybe they haven't been very forthright, very honest with you. Says betrayal, deception, getting away with something, acting strategically. That's one positive spin on this, but trickery as well. So yeah, I get the sense that they did something sneaky. Maybe they played with you in a way they shouldn't have played with you. But I get the sense that they are dealing with the fallout of that situation. I get the sense that you cut them off, Aries, because of what they did. But you guys tell me. You guys tell me. But all right, we're going to look a little deeper into this tarantula person now. Thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look deeper into this tarantula person, please, when it comes to this connection. For our Aries viewer. Ooh. 2 of Wands. 9 of Swords. Ooh, okay. And this third one is a secret for me. Okay. So on the bottom, we have the Queen of Wands. So we saw the Queen of Pentacles, and now we have the Queen of Wands. It's 2 different queens. That could mean that there's another feminine energy at play in this person's field right now. Give me 1 second. Sorry, friends. I was getting a phone call. But yeah, what I was saying is with 2 queens, that could insinuate that there was more than one feminine energy at play here. So maybe they have been a little bit of a player or had some outside influences affecting this connection. Is my thing still on? Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. So yeah, there could have been another feminine energy at play. This could also be how they see you as somebody who's very charismatic and gets a lot of attention. That could be how they see you too. But the 2 queens makes me, again, it gives me some pause. It gives me some pause. I don't want to necessarily say that there definitely is another person influencing this connection, but do keep it in mind. Maybe that's the choice they have to make. I'm just reading the cards as I get them. Please don't yell at me or be mad. But maybe that's what they're trying to make a decision about. If they want to be with you or if they want to be with this Queen of Wands energy. Wands in general, the court cards of the wands do have kind of a reputation for being, player energy. So they might be having fun with player energy. But again, don't let that get you down because again, it's all a mask. It's all a mask. However, I don't want to rule out that this could also still be you, especially because we got the Empress for your person's energy. So again, if you remember when the Queen of Pentacles came out, I said that when court cards like this come out, it usually means that that person is on their mind. So I feel like they see you as this beautiful, glorious, radiant, magnetic, divine feminine being. And they're trying to figure out, this is also a card about choices and decisions. All of the 2s in the tarot are, except the 2 of Cups. That's just talking about 2 people who come together. But they're trying to figure out what to do, how to move forward in this connection. And they're trying to figure out how to step out of their comfort zone. If you look on this card, this guy is sitting here on his castle where he's comfortable. And he's trying to figure out, he's got the whole world in his hands, but he hasn't taken a step outside of this comfort zone to actually explore it. So this tarantula person is trying to figure out how to come towards you because again, they do see you as this beautiful, radiant, charismatic person, individual. But yeah, I don't want you to neglect the fact that 2 queens did show up here. And granted, the Empress is the culmination of all 4 queens in the tarot. So 2 queens showing up could just be that they see both of these aspects in you, somebody who is nurturing and kind, the Queen of Pentacles, but also somebody who is lively and vivacious and charismatic and people who gets attention. So with this Empress here, it could just be, yeah, that they see you as an amalgamation of both of these queens. But I have to say what I said, just in case there are situations out there where somebody is getting played. And I don't want that to be you, Aries. So you'll know how that resonates, if that resonates at all. It might not. Take it or leave it. It might be for somebody else. But yeah, they're trying to figure out how to move towards you. And they're definitely anxious. They definitely stay up late at night thinking about this connection and what they did wrong and all that sort of stuff. It says anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia, hopelessness, and despair. So this person is going through it mentally when it comes to this connection. And they're beating themselves up a lot about what happened between you. Again, they're anxious. They're having nightmares. They're not able to fall asleep at night peacefully because of how things went between you guys. And yeah, again, with the Empress, they see you as this divine feminine entity, you know, the amalgamation of all 4 queens in the tarot. And somebody who's radiant and abundant and sits in her power. And yeah, you got it going on when it comes to their perspective of you. And they're definitely drawn to you, and they're definitely still very attracted to you. But whatever happened, you know, to set you guys into separation, um, again, I have the feeling it was something they did. Could have been outside influences, it could have been a third party situation. But whatever the case is, they're feeling really anxious, they're having trouble sleeping, and they're trying to figure out how to move forward, trying to figure out how to move back towards you. But they're having a hard time. So yeah, ultimately, Aries, you know, your person needs to make a choice about how to either come back towards you or try to walk away. Um, I feel like they're trying to figure out how to come back towards you. That's what this card is telling me. Because again, they see you as their divine feminine. Um, and it's like they can't rest easily again until you guys have smoothed things over in some way, shape, or form. But they're still longing for you, even if they're not talking. That's because they're mixed up in their own minds, their own hearts, I should say. They have blocked emotions. That's what this says. They don't know how to deal, again, like I said earlier, they don't know how to deal with the light that you shine on them because it exposes their shadows, and they don't know how to deal with those shadows yet either. And at this point, I don't know, I don't see that they're actively working on things. I see, you know, they're cooling off, they're cooling down with that crocodile energy, and they know they need to make a choice here with the tarantula. But yeah, it seems like right now they're kind of mixed up in their own stuff, and they're mirroring you in the sense that you're taking time to heal and they're taking the time to cool off. So I'm not seeing any kind of forward action on their part towards you at the moment, but I don't think you even need that because you're focused on your own path forward. With the Chariot, you're focused on trying to be seen and valued for what you bring to the table. You got a new opportunity on the horizon that you're working on that's going to plant seeds that grow into something stable and lasting. And yeah, you're leaning into your intuition, you're opening your heart, you're trusting your heart, you're trusting your intuition, you're trusting your creative impulses, and you're letting things play out. Your person's trying to figure out how to move forward. So yeah, keep focusing on your stuff, Aries. Keep doing your thing. And again, the more you heal and grow and elevate, the more they're going to grow and heal and elevate, and hopefully one day be able to meet you where you're at, where you want them to, where you need them to, if you want this connection to be successful. But all right, Aries, that's what I have for you today. Thank you guys again for being here. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so, so much. If you did watch all the way through, please like and comment and subscribe. I'm begging you. It helps my channel grow. It helps these messages find other people who need them. And yeah, it lets me step into my creative journey, my light work. So yeah, thank you. We're going to go ahead and close your reading, Aries, with a final piece of advice from Spirit, from the Wisdom of the Oracle Spirit deck. So we're going to pull one final piece of advice for you, Aries, something just so you're able to leave this reading feeling a little bit lighter, a little more seen. Hopefully you are. Hopefully this did resonate with you. But yeah, we have time to go on the bottom. So funny because this reading's over, but also time for you to go from this connection, at least for now, while you continue to focus on your own growth and healing. But okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and pull one final piece of advice for our Aries viewer. When it comes to this connection, one final piece of advice, please, Spirit. I was like, a very specific piece of advice wants to come out. Ooh, message in a bottle. So this part is also about getting messages from Spirit, getting downloads from Spirit. And it's funny because there's like a phone in this bottle. So it's like, again, Spirit is calling you. You just have to sharpen your intuition enough to be able to answer the phone. Or at least start noticing when it's ringing. That's what I want to say. We have milk and honey on the bottom here too. So, you know, I feel like you're going to get to a place where you can enjoy the fruits of your labors if you keep trusting your intuition, keep following your heart, and keep moving forward with power. I think you're going to get the things that you want to see. You're going to get that recognition that you want to see. And you're going to be able to reap the rewards of all this hard work eventually. But your advice is message in a bottle. Again, this is about messages from Spirit, open intuition, learning to see when the phone is ringing from Spirit in the bottle. Anyway, this is number 15. So I'm going to read the message in here from the book, and then we'll end your reading there. So, message in a bottle, communication, a sign, a Cleedon. I don't know. It says the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. So again, messages from Spirit, synchronicities from Spirit. So I know it doesn't sound like that, but it's saying like you get a sign from Spirit from somebody just in a side conversation and you overheard them and you weren't even part of that conversation, but somehow it resonated with what you were thinking about. That's what it means. That's Spirit calling. So make sure you're there so you can answer the phone. Okay. So the oracle's message here is Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might just say the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this: Spirit hears you, and the reply is favorable. So trust your intuition if you want to start some sort of spiritual thing, Aries. Get on it. Do the thing. Okay. I'm going to read the relationship message here too, because this is a love reading. So here it says, you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message. Some sort of opportunity is coming your way. What did I say? So you're the intended receiver of this message. So stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there, and you're learning to pick up on them. I'm so proud of you, Aries. Okay, so yeah, keep listening to your intuition, keep trusting those signs that you hear, because nothing in this universe is an accident or a coincidence. It all has significance, it all has meaning. But yeah, that's your reading today, Aries. Thank you guys again so much for being here. I love you, and I'm sending you lots of light and love. Thank you, and we will see you in the next one. All right, take care.